All right, what is up, YouTube? We are live. How are you guys doing? We are glad you guys have joined us. We just watched the race at COTA. We're going to talk about it. Let me make sure we're all set up and ready to go. While these two
smelling
goofballs.
anything over there?
Not yet, but I'm sure it's going to be
At
drifting.
least you're not downwind.
Don't worry, the
Good thing
fans,
the fans
fan's
on.
going. It's drifting. All
You need
right.
to turn it the other way so it pulls it up.
Oh, God.
It's
might
low.
actually- that
It's
might be.
dense, so it's just on the ground.
Oh, I don't want to know. All right, we got it going.
Might not have made it out.
Oh god, it's trapped.
You have it?
So like
Just
that
make
Family
sure the
Guy
music
where
is
like he's
or the
wearing like
audio is
the,
working. It
the,
should be
the
good.
leather pants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready to start for real? Or let me know when y'all are ready to start for real.
What's up?
Oh, okay. I got the notification, so I mean I know where it's all there. I just want to make sure.
Can you hear us this week?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Hey, turn your phones on silent since we always forget.
Hey, don't tell me what to do.
Plot twist.
Sound like Brad out there.
All right, you guys. Someone. I heard someone.
My phone's on
Is that
silent.
you? I don't know. I heard audio somewhere.
Not me.
Everyone's just gonna.
It's you, DJ.
It's
literally you.
I literally turned it down too. That's so weird. All right,
Allegedly.
probably. All right, well, here we go. Let's start this for Rizzles. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
Fail.
I clicked the wrong button. All right, let's try it again.
Let's go.
Willie B gets his second win of the season and shows that he is the car to beat so far this season as the race at COTA goes caution-free except for the stage breaks. We are here for the speed. I'm DJ. I'm glad that you guys could join us. I'm joined by...
What's up? I'm Jake. Next to
What's up? It's Matthew.
not a Brad Keselowski man.
You,
I mean, come on.
you are today, but you probably shouldn't be.
I
thought
didn't
it was
think. I thought Brad was off this week. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't see him racing.
Oh,
Yeah?
really? You
I didn't
missed-
see him.
you-
I really thought that shirt was a Rusty shirt there for a minute.
No, it's not rusty at all.
Old Rusty Miller like Kurt Busch.
No, it's
probably
white.
Kurt
It's brand-
Busch.
it's
Kurt Busch.
It's
Hey,
brand new
actually,
and white.
honestly, I haven't even looked at the name. It might be. No, this
It's
is
a-
Brad Keselowski.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good.
That would be awkward.
That
That would
funny.
be really, really awkward.
I'd be like, hey, wait a minute. I never even looked.
All right, so you guys, we actually got a chance to watch the race in person with everybody. Well, not in person, but watch the race together here. Stop swishing the drink.
That's just like a scary looking lava lamp now.
Oh gosh,
It's no friend of mine.
that is a watermelon special.
Yeah.
It's
Watermelon punch.
no friend of mine.
So
It's got 2-0 with Matt knockout both times.
KO.
yeah, so far it's going great. All right, so what'd you guys think? So we watched the race. You know, we had the
Can
race.
I come with my hot take right away?
Yeah.
That's what I told you guys, right? So for me, I enjoyed the race. Was it the greatest race ever? No, but I'm okay with the race like this. Perfectly fine. I have no problems. We'll talk about it later. There's probably some cautions that should have been thrown that weren't. You know, that's like whatever. But all in all, like I'm okay with this. My problem with it is all the new fan and the casual fan that you've been trying to get from the Netflix show and all this hype and all that. You might lose them. And
Yeah,
then
you lost them,
worse,
yeah.
you're going to Richmond next week.
2 for 2.
So it's just two very clean. Well, I shouldn't say clean. It wasn't clean, but it's just there's not a lot of like manufactured drama with the caution.
Yeah,
So it's a lot of variable strategy. I like that part of today's race.
kind of makes you wonder if they didn't have if they didn't bring back the cautions at the stage break, how this race would have played out.
Oh, I've probably been terrible. Didn't
It would've
last year's didn't have
Last year's did
cautions
not.
either.
Yeah, but they
They still had
called
a,
enough cautions
Yeah.
Well, that's
to where it was extremely exciting. I remember COTA last year. I was very hyped for it. It was a
well,
good race.
How many times did we try to restart that race? Like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double
Yeah.
overtime at the end, right?
Yup.
Something like that.
Yeah. So I mean,
I don't know. On my side, I thought it was boring. I'm gonna be honest. Like I get it. It's a cookie cutter track. It's I don't know. It's not a cookie cutter track, but it was a road course. It's played out how
A
it was
road
gonna
course
play
with a
out.
lot of runoff.
Yeah, and
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I felt
There's nothing to hit.
No.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. There's nothing to hit, but you got penalized if you went outside of certain areas, and people were spinning, but they weren't showing any of it on TV. There wasn't a lot of cautions in general. Like, yeah, it's nice to have a green flag race, but you need something. You're coming off of such a high start to the season that I just don't want people to get discouraged.
Yeah.
I guess moving forward, because if I jumped into this and saw that, I'd be like, oh, this is a big no on me.
Oh yeah. If you're
as a
not,
new fan,
if you don't have people to root for yet, and you're still trying to figure it out, this race is probably not very.
everyone's
good at all.
picking Byron. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, right
You
now.
know, might as well jump on the bandwagon.
Well, I think the thing too, like if you look at this race and compare it to like an F1 race, this is similar to, I would say, F1 races in that there's not necessarily a ton going on during the race. But what makes the F1 races exciting? The announcers, right?
Yes.
The commentators in
Yeah.
F1 are incredible. They'll make if you're listening to it in audio, you'll think that they're 3 wide going through every turn.
yeah.
Well, it's
And
really
fighting.
funny. I was watching the highlights for the F1 race. And
Yeah.
Like, because I'm not going to be up at 1 a.m. watching this race.
Yeah.
So there was a car that almost got off track. Like, just barely got in the grass, just a little bit. And it was like, that was a highlight. I was like, and then we watched this race, and like, the fastest way around, what was it, turn 8, is to go through the dirt.
Through the dirt.
Just it's like, what a difference.
There's a huge rut there now where all those cars were
Yeah, it
driving
just
all
helps
day.
you just-
But my point is I think this is where Fox, and honestly even NBC or whoever is going to be broadcasting, I think this is where they really should make that difference up, and they got to make it more exciting. And I mean, I love Kevin Harvick in the booth recently. I think him and Clint Boyer have been really good. Mike Joy, I mean, what can you say about him? They're kind of boring. At least in this race, there's
nothing to talk about. Or
I-
not much.
I
There's
know,
not a
but
lot to
they
talk
gotta
about.
There
find
was. They just weren't showing it. There was
There races.
There was a ton of spins that were slightly off camera, or
Yeah,
they
that
never
was
even
crazy.
brought it up. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm like, what is going on here? It was only eyes were on the leader. That was it.
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
That was it.
The only time that
Like
it
I
would
said,
really
I didn't even know Brad was racing this race. He spun out twice. They showed him for a second, and that was it.
Well, he spun out twice and spun 3 people out. He was a menace, bro.
something
He
like
always is on road course.
If he grew watermelons from Florida, they'd be coming after him.
that. What?
Okay.
Well, I mean,
I mean, if the roles were reversed and that was Ross,
oh yeah,
bro,
Oh,
they'd be
yeah,
coming
that's
out with
true.
the pitchforks.
That's
Like,
true.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. No, actually, I mean, I didn't really consider that. It's a good point. So, I mean, how do you fix this? Like, is there anything we can do to fix this
So-
race and make it more exciting?
to me, there's one really major change is they moved the restart zone. So COTA was known for the turn 1 craziness, and we heard about it all weekend.
Yep.
You didn't see it in the trucks, you didn't see it at Xfinity, you didn't see it in
Nope.
Cup because they moved the restart zone back.
There's no
I say
restart.
maybe
There's 2.
split the difference.
Yeah, but even on the restarts, they weren't nearly as crazy as they used to be.
Yeah, but you don't want to tear up a whole bunch of cars. I get it.
I understand the
Yeah,
reason.
but that's kind of like what COTA has become.
yeah, but it
COTA,
I
this,
don't think it
this
should be.
race is not going to stick around.
No, that yeah.
No, let's go back to Texas.
Do you know? Was it just me or did I
Texas
kind of
Motor Speedway.
like get like a Road America kind of vibe off of this one, where it was
Yeah.
like, like exciting, but like there's just not a lot.
I think Road America's so boring.
Well, and it's
a
because it's
snoozer,
so
yeah.
big of a track, and I think you got a 3.5 mile track here at COTA.
Yeah.
I think that all plays into it.
I mean, I think the racing is good. And, I mean, we saw a decent amount of passing. It didn't seem like aero was a big deal today.
No.
Not really. You didn't hear a lot about it. It's not like you could see somebody who was clearly faster catch somebody and not be able to pass them. So that's cool. So I'm happy about that, you know.
So Kuzman asking us, what does he think, better or worse than Sonoma? There's
It's
2.
Still better.
Better than Sonoma.
Well, better than Sonoma and Watkins Glen is what he says.
Well,
I still think it's
I was
better
getting
with
to that.
2 stage cautions.
Okay, so
Still better.
would you say better than Watkins Glen though?
Yes. The Watkins Glen race with no stage cautions was not good.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, like, assuming
No, Watkins Glen is my favorite road course, hands down.
I think that out of the road courses, it's one of the more exciting ones.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think the stage cautions. If there wasn't for that, there'd be absolutely nothing to talk about. It would have just gotten strung out, and it would have been what
Max
it is,
Verstappen wins by 22 seconds.
right?
Yeah, basically.
I think so. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you fix this. I don't know. I don't know what you do. I think there's a lot of.
I think
cool,
it's too long. I'll tell you that.
I think that
It is
would
too
be
long.
I
this
think
race
that
is
would
way
help.
too long.
Which
It basically ran green minus the stage cautions, and it was every bit of
It was
3 hours.
68 laps. They need to bring that down.
They got
to
the
like
time on there? 2 hours and 43
3
minutes.
minutes. Yep.
Way too long, man.
For that kind of race?
For that
way
kind of
too
race.
long.
Yeah.
Now, if it like the Coke 600 that was so exciting the entire time.
What, like 5 hours?
Yeah, but I didn't want that race to end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I don't think you can necessarily just look at time and the length of how long it was just in a vacuum and say, okay, 2:45, that's too long, because like you said, it's this race specifically because of nothing. Really
Regardless, even if you have a bunch of chaos and a bunch of caution laps, 68 laps is too long.
Oh, yeah.
What was the truck race? Was like 42, 43 laps, I think.
Yeah.
That was nice. But that was long for trucks, but that would have been nice for a Cup. That's the number.
I think, but then you play, I don't know, you play into
just-
that whole, well, they might have to stop once. You know, how are you going to do 3 stages when they only have to stop
Make
once?
the tire wear out.
Yeah.
Which we could prove last week can happen.
Yeah, I mean, you do that, and then you force them to have more pit stops. You
Tires
can
made a
fix
big
that.
difference on this race.
Nah, not really.
Were you just blind to what Bell was doing?
It was 3 laps difference.
It made a big difference. He was coming up.
He was. Yeah, he was. He was
If it
at one
wasn't-
point. He was.
if it wasn't for Ty
gained
Gibbs,
12
I
seconds
think he would've
in
got it.
16 laps.
It's amazing.
That's nothing. That's nothing on 3.5 mile road course with a bunch of corners and a bunch of opportunity to gain time.
I don't know. I thought tires made a difference.
I mean,
You
yeah, I
could
mean,
tell.
it was.
Did.
I mean, it's. I think we're trending in the right direction with the tires are wearing, but to me, it's still not nearly enough.
Yeah.
Not nearly enough.
Yeah, I don't know. I would say first thing I'd say just drop it to 60 laps or something like that. Get rid of 8.
Yep.
Shorten it up just a little bit. Try that. See if that helps a little bit.
I take it back to like 55, maybe more, 50.
Well, I mean, I would say maybe, but I wouldn't want to go too far. So just start with
The
60.
truck race was long,
Yeah, start.
which was a very similar race, very similar style.
Yeah.
It just. I think they got to move the restart zone closer to the start finish line because that spread them out way too much, and then I think they need to. Well, I mean, we'll talk about it. I mean, you want to go into some of our items like with the.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's talk about the cautions, right?
Yeah.
Me and you saw 2 that probably should have been cautions, and I get
At
they can
least
do
2.
it without, but
Yeah,
you know, I mean, I'll let you. This was your point. You can take the lead on it.
So the first one was the Ryan Priest. Ryan Priest. That should have been a caution. That was a bad hit.
Broke a
You know,
wheel.
broke a wheel.
Yeah.
I don't know how he got back to pit road.
Me neither. That's
I
pretty
have
wild.
no clue. I thought he was going to get towed, but I thought that was silly.
You
That
see,
should've-
Ryan Priest was like in the air.
yeah.
He got
That was a
sandwiched
bad
in the
hit.
air a little bit on the front, anyways.
This Ryan Priest, he's got some bad juju or something with these cars. Like,
kind of makes you wonder.
yeah, I don't know.
But you had him and then
him
Gregson.
and then Gregson. Gregson, they didn't even show the spin, but they showed William Byron the whole time, like maneuvering around him. Why is that not
I wouldn't
a
even say
caution?
that one. To me,
Yeah, but he's
like
right
the
in front
line,
of the leader,
Right in front of the leader.
who's running away from some
Byron
guy
doesn't
catching
want
him.
that caution.
Yeah, but he's running away from a guy that's catching him, so you know he's not going slow.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Yeah, I to me is like if you spin in the back and there's
I
nobody
thought the-
behind you, yes. But if you spin middle to front of the pack, there should be a caution.
Now-
I mean, it's fine until somebody misses a corner like they did all day and T-bones a guy at 40, 50 miles an hour. Like
Yeah.
that's just not going to be good.
I think some of it too, and with the Gregson one, the problem might be we couldn't see much of it because obviously they didn't show it
At all.
and it's very possible he
We'll
was.
talk about it.
He may have been a lot farther off on the track and may have been way out of the line, so maybe that's why they didn't throw it. I don't know, but
I saw
mean,
William Byron like
because that's
checking
the other
up,
thing
like,
with this
swearing
track
around him.
because of how there's a lot of places to go on this track. It's not like it's a street course where like in Chicago we have a wreck and it literally jams up the entire track.
Yeah.
So maybe that's playing into it, and maybe that's why they're running a little looser with it. I don't know. Just trying to play devil's advocate.
I just
there.
figured if they wanted to do a caution, those are 2 prime ones to do it.
Yeah.
You know, the Gregson one, that was like 5 to go or
Yeah,
6
something-
six to
like
go.
that.
That's
That'd be
one
a
of
prime
those.
one right there. Okay, you come back 4 to go, or
You know
5 to
that's
go, whatever.
that's one that NASCAR. If they were like, "Hey, we need a caution," that's one they would have thrown.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's
And the
right at
other
the
one
end.
was just safety all day. I mean,
that should be the thing. It's just like I like holding the caution sometimes, but I
there
don't
was a lot
like
that
like
didn't need
back
it.
to the Atlanta when Byron is sitting on the pit road entry
Oh, yeah.
sideways with cars going 180 by him. Like that's just bad.
yeah,
That's
it's
not
gonna hurt
like
someone.
like if you can sometimes not throw a caution, fine. But like other times, like you need to throw the caution.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. So let's move on and kind of just briefly kind of go through. Well, I don't know. Do you guys want to do? You guys want to do most impressive, least impressive, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
sure.
Yeah,
let's
we
do
can
that.
jump on
Let's do that. So let's start with. Let's just shake it up. Let's go with the least impressive. I'll start with Matt. Go for it.
Oh
Who
man,
would you say?
least impressive. I would probably say SVG. I would say he had moments to shine, but I don't know why he couldn't figure it out. You know, I feel like
Well,
if anyone was going to figure it out, it would have been him. Out of all the international
in
drivers.
his defense, he did lose first gear, and I don't know if he ever got it back.
Yeah, but he wasn't
don't know
anything
if that-
spectacular before that.
But
he was running good,
he
but
was
not
running-
not like
Running good, yeah. But
He, like, for instance, like stage 1, he did not go anywhere past his starting position. He started 13th. I'm pretty sure he finished
it was
13th.
right around
He
there,
went
yeah.
backwards and then back to 13th. And then he got track position just a little bit, not pitting, whatever. And he was running kind of in the top 10 or top 5. But he then pitted and went backwards, just backwards. Yeah, granted, he did lose first gear.
He did, yeah.
he ended up finishing 21st.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Least impressive, I would probably say that.
Okay.
I thought he would be a
Considering
driver.
what you expect out of him.
Yes, because he runs all 3 series. He ran, yesterday's race? I mean, he's got a lot of track time here. And I don't know. A lot to be desired.
I think for me, my most disappointed in is probably gonna be Brad. Not just because all the I know I know it feels like that, but I actually have a pretty good reason. Is being a team owner and having basically you can decide the fate of the team. So if you're not good at something, you can get better. We've seen Bubba Wallace get a lot better in road courses in the last 2 years. So to me, it's like, why with so many road courses, I would think that Brad would be putting that effort in to kind of figure it out. But we haven't really heard anything about it. We haven't really seen much. And then today was just a bad day at the racetrack for Brad Keselowski.
Brad
Yeah.
sucks at road courses.
Christopher Buescher did pretty good. Not bad. Where did he finish? He finished top 10.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty rare that that you see
Yeah,
those
Chris
two
Buescher,
cars.
8th.
It's pretty rare you see those two cars separated by a large amount.
Yeah,
They're
so
usually together almost everywhere.
that's mine.
Okay. I would say, just kind of pulling up, I'm going to say, I said that like 6 times.
What are you going to say?
I'm gonna say.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say.
I was trying to find my spot.
Mama say, Mama say,
Daniel
Mama say.
Suarez.
Suarez.
Because he's done
He's my friend.
your amigo.
Mi amigo.
Yeah. He 32nd
Oh,
is
yeah,
where he
that's bad.
finished.
Holy crap!
For
For
He wasn't on TV at all today,
no.
unless he was passing a car sideways. spun
Yeah,
out.
so I don't know. I don't know if he had issues or if they were just chasing the car or the track. I don't know, but I mean, Suarez has done fairly good on road courses. Obviously, he's won at Sonoma and stuff like that. So I mean, like he can win in these situations. Obviously, he's with Trackhouse car. For me, getting 32nd, that's rough. So
Can I do an honorable mention?
Yeah.
Kimi Kobayashi.
yeah,
All the hype. Denny Hamlin was saying he was faster than every other Toyota driver in the sim and all this different stuff. And then, I mean, he had moments where he started showing some speed, but you could tell like he was not used to driving around Cup guys, because Cup guys, it's not like they race you real clean. They'll take your lane away. They'll push you wide up
Yeah.
in a corner. They'll shove you in the
Aeroblock
dirt,
you.
out of the groove.
Yeah.
Like,
Formula One is, and what Formula One, where he comes from, obviously is very
Is
proper.
he in Formula One?
That was
He
his
was,
big
yeah.
thing.
Oh, I thought he
He
was
also
an
did,
IMSA.
what was it, the World Endurance Championship? Or
I'm not sure.
I think
I
it
know
was-
he's done a couple different things. But
he's
yeah.
done like the race at Daytona and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But a Formula One was, I think, his primary thing. And yeah, you got to figure them. If you are there and you get inside they give you the lane, they give you the line. Cup guys don't really do that.
Nope.
So yeah, they're going to be a little bit more hard nosed with something like that. So yeah, no, I think that's a good one. Jake, we'll start with you. Most impressive.
I had it. I think I'm gonna do Bowman.
Yeah, solid
This is
day
a good
for him.
day. He does good at COTA, so he should have run good. But looking at the top 10, I kind of knew Chris Buescher would run up there. John
take
Hunter,
more than
Nemechek,
one?
maybe. There's not. I'm just saying, there's not like any like. To me, there's no standout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think I put it on. I put it on Bowman. It's
right.
good. P4.
I'll go next just because I'll make Matt pick.
Joey
last.
Logano finished 11th.
Hey!
I mean,
Probably best
honestly,
finish of the year.
No, my pick is actually going to be Ty Gibbs.
Ugh.
Wow. Okay. Thanks, guys. Really supportive there. So remind me not to come to you with a support problem. No.
Oh my
So
gosh.
Ty Gibbs is mine just because he's been just really solid this year. I think he's still the only driver to finish every race in the top 5, or darn.
serious?
I think I saw that.
No,
like
he
a
didn't
race or
finish
two.
top 5 last week.
Okay, then other than that race, he's finished in the top 5 every race because
I'm
they were
looking it up.
talking about it last year or last week, I believe.
Last year.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's been a long week.
Last decade.
So I'd say Ty Gibbs.
You're
he
wrong.
looked really solid. Okay, fine, whatever. I don't know.
He has
Golly.
one other top 5 this year.
Are you sure?
You've been putting stats in like Matt.
I guess so. Okay,
Daytona
well,
500, no. Atlanta, no.
Maybe I heard that stat wrong.
Las Vegas, yes. Oh, okay, he got one at Phoenix, and then not at Bristol, and then yes here.
Okay.
Half and half.
So I'm 50%.
No, I mean that's pretty good though.
No, but I mean
Second year in Cup?
Second year in Cup. I mean I think that's
Second
pretty
and a
good.
half because he filled in for.
Yeah, but still, I
Kurt
think
Busch.
so. That's fine. Matt, go ahead and get going before I just.
I was gonna throw out there Briscoe. I thought Briscoe did pretty good today. For where he started, kind of the trend of Stuart Haas are kind
I
of
say,
moving
yeah.
on up.
He
Out of all
finished
the other
He got
13th.
13th. Started 32nd, but
Jeez.
finished 13th. That's gains.
You ready
You
for
know,
this?
that's
Next
what you're
best
looking
Stewart
for.
Haas car, 24th. Ryan
See.
Preece, who
Ooh.
was wrecked.
Who wrecked? Yeah, see?
Jeez Louise.
Josh Berry was like a lap down or something.
Who wrecked?
Yep. So I mean,
And we know Gregson wrecked.
yeah. So I mean,
Gregson
SHR
was terrible. What in the world? His practice time was pretty good. Like
I
he
don't know.
was looking pretty good.
they just
and
like missed something.
he
or-
did have a bad lap in qualifying. Yeah, I think he said another car got in his way or something on his lap, kind of screwed it up.
Mhm.
But I mean, he was bad from the beginning.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what
Took a page out of Brad's book.
Yeah.
what wreck everybody.
Yeah, bad Brad.
Just wreck them all.
I will say the best dialogue from radio that I saw was the crew chief told the spotter to talk to Byron's crew chief told the spotter for Byron to go talk to Noah Gregson's spotter
Uh-huh.
and tell him, hey, please help us out, get out of the way. You know who's behind us, talking about Ty Gibbs because they don't get along. I'm like, oh, cool. He's probably gonna move out of the way. No. What's Gregson? He spins out in front of the leaders,
I'll take him down with me.
bro. Like that's
hilarious.
classic Daddy Noah right there,
Right.
bro.
Kuzman asked us about Larson. Larson, I don't know if you mean most impressive or least impressive.
I don't know.
He
where
was doing
did he
good
race
until
today?
he spun out. Wait, wasn't that weird? He just did a simple spin out and never came back the same.
He
Yeah,
punked
it was weird.
He gave up.
I don't know what happened with Larson. So I don't know if I'd call him impressive. He finished in 18th.
Trash,
That's-
bro.
He was never the same after he spun
Nah,
out. I
yeah.
wonder if he did something to the transaxle or something.
Probably.
Maybe. I mean, who knows?
At least
not-
it didn't fall off.
I'm not a mechanic.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. It's
Did he get it from the Andretti shop?
Can we talk about that now?
Yeah.
He
sure.
said
What?
Larson least impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Um,
The tire or the whole axle falling off of the
The
truck.
whole rear end.
That was
Yeah.
wild.
I've
Don't know how
never
that
seen
happens.
that.
No.
The only time I've ever seen something like that is like when Ryan Newman flipped on the front stretch of Daytona and it ripped off. I think it's
Yeah.
the last time we saw one come off like that. I mean, that was just weird.
It was down the straight too, wasn't it?
I don't
it was
think
just
they
like
ever had
driving.
They never even had a camera on it.
I
It
thought
just
there was.
happened. No, they had a camera on it rolling, but they never showed like, oh, he hit this rock and then and
Oh yeah, they just showed it coming off. So I was talking to Moonhead about it a little bit, and he said maybe it's just really bad wheel hop, just sheared the bolts or
Yeah,
something.
bounced a lot or something.
But still, like we've seen some massive wheel hop not break the whole rear
a lot
end.
of sway. Keep everything kind of loose so it sways.
Well,
like
it
that,
is
something
interesting
like
that NASCAR took it back.
I would 100%
Maybe they-
go say that has never happened.
Well, they might be going to go check it out, see if they're playing games with it.
Hey, easy.
Maybe.
I
they.
don't know.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I just like me and you were talking
Not
about
supposed
it.
to happen.
Me and Matt were talking about like because we've helped put some of those in. Like it's so many things have to break. It's kind of crazy. Like it's just like I mean it's possible I guess obviously.
I mean, yeah.
But like I mean, you got the shock bolts all holding it in. You got the spring bolts holding it in. You got the whole rear end mounting holding it
Got the
all
whole
in.
drive shaft. I mean,
The
that's
drive shaft
pretty
was
much
literally
all
just like sheared
Sheared
like you
off.
ripped a can in half. It was crazy looking.
That's so. Yeah, I don't know what would.
Maybe he
cause
had a
that.
big motor, just ripped it out.
I don't think that's it.
Fast and Furious. So much torque.
The
rear end ripped out.
That's just no. I don't think that was it. I don't know. That's a pretty weird thing.
Yeah,
It was
honest
odd. It was definitely odd. And then
And he was by himself. Just back there in the back.
Xfinity.
Yeah.
Xfinity. I mean, again, SVG, just losing it, man.
What's that Darryl Walter thing? Loose wheel, don't leave me now. Or whatever he says.
Something like I don't know. I don't know that phrase to be honest. So let's talk about Xfinity. Xfinity. I thought the Xfinity race, at least the last. I missed the first half, but the second half of that race, I see you guys eyeing back and forth.
I just wonder what Matt thought about it.
It was great. It was the best race. It was so good. I locked it away as a memory. Never to come back again.
What happened on lap 32?
Oh, Joey Logano showed up.
He was.
Oh my
talking.
gosh.
You had SVG, AJ, and Larson all racing. At one point, the three of them are going back and forth. fighting for the lead. I don't know about you guys, but that was some of the best racing I've seen in a little while. That was extremely entertaining. You had 3 extremely good drivers going at it, crossing each other over and, bumping and stuff
The
like
last
that.
5 laps were really good.
It was really good up until Austin Hill got involved.
Yeah, what was up with that guy? He showed up out of nowhere and just started bullying these people.
The funniest part to me is he gets up there, right, and does his thing, and then he still blames SVG and says, "Yeah, well, he checked
knocks
up
him
early."
out of the way and then slams
like,
on his brakes. Like, what are
You shoved him into the corner. What do you mean he checked up early?
Jeez.
So, and then it's like SVG, which part of me was thinking, okay, so SVG's gotten too used to the Cup car because he doesn't realize how much softer the Xfinity car is or something.
Yeah.
Totally
Did he run
destroyed.
Xfinity races last year? No, right?
No.
This is his first race in
This is his
Xfinity
first
car.
one.
4 gears instead of 5.
Yep.
Wheel hop is a
he
real
definitely
issue.
ran some Xfinity races last year.
Did he? I thought he only ran.
I don't think
He ran
I
some
thought he only-
ovals.
Did he?
Yeah, oval, yeah, but not. I'm
think
talking about
he-
road courses specifically.
I don't know.
Sorry,
I
road
think he
courses.
ran like 1 or 2 ovals last
I
year.
know he ran the Indy truck race, which was the short little half mile.
Yep.
That was the one I remember. Yeah.
IRP, and then he do the Indy road course, right?
I can't remember.
He either did Indy road course or Watkins Glen or something. I know he did another road course.
It was another road course, yeah.
Yeah. It was really funny. The books that weekend after he won in Chicago, the betting books his odds were so bad. Like terrible. Like they were not going to let anybody else make any more money off SVG.
Yeah, no way. I loved it. I thought that you had like I said, you went back and forth with those guys. You had a great set.
You could tell in the first half with SVG, he was figuring
saving.
it out, and then he was really fast. There's
And
no way SVG does not win a couple road course races this year.
I mean, he should have won
in Xfinity.
He
There's
should
no
have
way
won.
he's not.
He should have won yesterday if it wasn't for that one caution. If he didn't win that one caution, that last caution doesn't come out, he wins the race hands down, super easy.
Yeah,
He walks away with it. So, and I mean, yeah, I don't see.
that's
how
what I'm saying. He's definitely going to win.
Yeah,
We got the Chicago Street Course. We got Mid Ohio. We got Watkins Glen for sure. Portland. There's at least 4 more. I think that's it. There might be one more, but you got at least those 4.
I will say the one thing that impressed me was, and I know this obviously with supercars, this comes with it, but he was a lot more aggressive than I thought he would be.
Me too.
He definitely showed people the bumper more than I thought he would. Like he was filling right in.
I kind of got the feel he maybe felt like that was more like his peers.
Maybe.
He doesn't rough the Cup guys up like that really.
It could be because
Yeah. But you could tell he was driving like his moves he was making and stuff.
Yeah,
were
I
crazy.
did see that. We didn't. I didn't have that on the list here. There was some kind of little back
There was
and
a fight.
forth.
No way.
Was it actually a fight?
Kyle Busch and Seabell?
I know they were. I know they were
just got
mouthing
in each other's face.
Yeah, I know that Kyle was mouthing off about something.
Assistant producer Lindsay came over and brought us some information. Yeah, Kyle Busch did not like Bell's move, but that was Kyle Busch's fault, hands down.
Kyle
bro.
Busch or Kyle Busch's spotter.
Well, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So obviously Kyle's trying to do the crossover, which we saw a few times today.
Of course.
And his spotter did not let him know the 20 was coming.
Yeah. And
So
I mean, yeah. And he probably doesn't know that in the heat of the moment. So he's going over to talk to Bell like, "Yo, what are you
he
doing?"
was a little upset.
He was a little, very. All right. So another thing I want to talk about, and this goes for Xfinity and for Cup, track limits at this track. Can we please fix this?
What is the purpose of it?
Well,
To
the
stop
purpose-
him from
to-
driving through
just
the S's
straight
straight.
through.
Okay, fair enough.
Just go straight.
But at every other road course, the Roval, you miss a turn, you have to stop. Why can't you just do that?
There's nowhere to stop at COTA.
They can find. There's plenty of
There's
areas to
not.
stop.
No,
Everyone's
there's not.
spun out and
Everywhere
stopped.
else is the racing lane. The next 4 or 5 corners are all everybody takes wide and uses
Well, now I
everything
kinda
to the
get
grass.
it. Now I get why they have track limits.
What?
Because they can't just pull over and stop like they would at
Yeah.
every other road course.
I hate it.
Correct. I agree.
Here's my thing with it. I saw it abused and not called
Yes.
4 times.
yes.
Yes.
Constantly.
Chase Elliott won for sure before he got called on it. For sure.
Of course. It's
And
Chase
then
Elliott.
there was a couple others. I don't remember the car numbers off the top of my head, but it was like for sure. I'm like, I can see the green.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
he's over by 8 inches and there's no call.
Mm-hmm.
So like it's a consistency thing.
Well, then there was in the Xfinity race. There was.
Yeah,
I
they
got
only
it.
called
Here's
3
how you
people.
fix COTA.
Put in turtles.
Bring back the Watkins Glen Turtles or the Indy Road Course Turtles. You go off, your car's obliterated.
Yep.
Slow down, bro.
Yeah.
That's what all the owners want to hear.
No,
that or take all the curbs out and let them run straight through.
Or you here's what you do. You put in
exciting.
you put in banking that goes the opposite direction.
Oh gosh.
So that way it just totally throws off the balance of the
I
car.
was thinking spike strips. You just throw some tacks down there. They go too far over.
So Indy Road Course Turtles.
Yeah.
Spike strips.
Why not?
Nah, they got to do something because it's just junk. I don't like it.
It's just weird.
So Kuzman's asking what turns had the track limits and what they were. So they are in turns, what is it, 3, 4, and 5?
No, it's 4, 5, and I think 6 is how they call it.
But it's the S's.
It's the S's. It's one section of S's. That's it. That's the only track limits on the whole track. The reason why is because they have these S's, which are cool. It's a fun thing to race through. I get it. But the reason why they have it is because the entire surface in that area is paved. Like hundreds of feet in each direction.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you either have to have track limits or you get rid of it.
You have
and
to
let
put
them go
barriers
straight.
or something to deter.
That's what COTA needs. It needs a few walls.
Spikes.
Bring some of the Clash stuff and let's
Listen,
put a few walls in here. They give us some cautions.
That'd be fun.
All I'm saying is Matt brought up a great idea. Tire walls.
Oh God!
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that way it just bounce right back in front of everybody.
Yeah, perfect. Chaos.
Jeez
So
Louise.
that's why they have them
better
there.
than
It's the idea is that it doesn't give people an unfair advantage for cutting the course because you know how racers are. You give them a little bit, they're going to keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it through the whole race before they're going straight. They're going to try to make that turn as straight as they possibly can.
Yeah. Well, then the thing too, like you get into gray area. All right. So Chase Elliott gets loose and misses the corner. He's already lost time. He's already lost.
Yeah.
Like he's lost. So why are we penalizing him for getting loose and making mistakes?
And
Like, it's just a lot.
And that was where, like yesterday, Parker Kligerman.
Yes.
He gets someone gets into the back of him. He
Should
goes
be-
way off, way like he didn't even turn. Like he went straight through a turn.
It just creates a muddy area. And now you're doing a judgment call.
Exactly.
What if there's just a little slight contact that pushes a guy out? Why isn't the guy who pushed him out penalized?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like it just goes back to now we're creating another area where we have a double line rule and we don't need it. Just get rid of it or put an object there that creates a penalty of destroying a car or damaging a car if you go over it.
Yeah. No,
That would create. That's what makes Watkins Glen good. If you mess up in the S's at Watkins Glen, you're hitting a wall.
Yeah.
So why is it such an offense to do something like that here? Or remember back at the original Charlotte Roval, they moved all the walls because people kept hitting it. But like that's not a penalty at Watkins Glen. They're not worried about moving walls at Watkins Glen. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
You got me, man.
You know?
Yeah, we got someone at Tri-Oval. We either celebrate Ross Chastain and Indy Road Course taking the extra lane or we penalize with track limits.
What Ross did was brilliant.
That was absolutely the best thing I've ever seen. Well,
Big brain moves.
second best
Yes,
thing.
sir. His brain is gigantic.
Deep cut there.
Brain's gigantic.
So I don't know. I think the only way you can fix something like that is you gotta fix the track. You gotta adjust the track somehow.
Yeah, but you can't do that to a Formula One track.
I know that's the
You gonna
problem.
go in there and mess with their track?
Yeah, you
So
know they're
just
not
take
going to.
just take the curb up and let them run through straight. There's zero passing in the S's. They drive through it as straight as possible.
It looks cool.
There's no passing.
I know, but it looks cool.
Get rid of it.
Not for that.
I know it just looks cool. Or redo the track layout or something.
So I tested this on iRacing this week. I did try to drive straight through. It's actually pretty fun.
Did you get penalized?
It's a little
Did you
little
get
bumpy.
Well, I'm sure.
A little woo.
Increase ride height.
No, but it I tried it out when I was messing around in practice just to see. I'm like, it's actually viable. And it creates, because you have a nice long straight run coming out of turn 3, or turn 4, it gives you an opportunity to hit another braking zone into another passing into that next section of sharp corners.
So something maybe it does. It's not the for passing, but it's the fact that you have a decision to make if you're coming side by side going into the S's. They've mentioned multiple times on the broadcast, hey, if they're going side by side, basically drivers were letting people go so that way they weren't going to lose too much time through the S's.
Yeah, that's lame.
I'm just
That's lame.
listen. I don't disagree. I'm just saying. I don't
I'm
know.
just saying it's lame.
I don't want to go off track. You go ahead.
Okay.
Lame.
Stop.
Yes, that's exactly what it sounds like. Why do you sound like Bowman? Like,
Noah, stop.
all right. Let's move on to our next random. So something else I noticed. I'm just trying to move this thing along.
yeah.
Something else I noticed. This sounds like DJ picks on COTA Day, but something else I noticed. The pace laps They take too long at a road course.
You honestly had the best idea. I can't believe
My
I haven't heard
idea,
anybody say this.
Speed up the pace car to 75 miles an hour or 90 miles an hour. Just have it just.
You're going to need a Mercedes at that point, like F1.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I don't know if that Camry can do that.
I don't know.
The Camry might be a little bit of a struggle.
Be on the floor the whole time.
But hey, okay.
Gen 6 Cup cars got to do the pace laps with lights on top.
I don't care.
I mean, that is a great idea.
Because you got to figure how long was each lap at a pace. It was I forgot. We looked it up. It was like 6 minutes a lap or something.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It was something like that. Yeah,
It's just like Road America.
exactly. In Road America, I think that pit road or
Road America got canned
Kid.
because pace lap's too long.
Yeah, well, that was
That's
like,
my opinion.
that's because it's a really long course.
Because that race was actually pretty good, but
Yeah.
the stage break cautions because we have to run 5 laps during the stage break.
And that's the other problem. There's too many of those at a road course.
COTA 100%. COTA and Mid Ohio is pretty big. Any of these bigger road courses, I'd maybe give an exception to like Sonoma and Watkins Glen because they're not as big. But these bigger ones, they should run 2 laps no matter what.
Yeah.
One, catch
figure
the
it out.
pace car and pit. 2, line them up and go.
And if you don't make it, too bad.
You don't make it.
Yeah.
You got 12 minutes.
Yeah, there's plenty of time.
You go 100 laps down at Bristol in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, you're true.
So yeah, I don't know. That's something that it's a suggestion that I think that
that's a great idea.
I
They should
think
really look into
just
that.
speed it up. Just speed up
Maybe-
the pace car.
maybe
That's
it's-
the easiest way to fix that.
I think the only problem with that is
That
like,
also would help with the overall length of the race too.
yeah, I worry about checking up though.
Oh, of course.
That
I
might
think
be a
NASCAR
problem.
figured it out. They're just not going to call cautions. It's the easiest way to do it.
That's true.
I mean, I think you'd have to do like 70, 80 in the straights, and then the corners, you got to go down to 40.
That's fine, whatever. But like, just speed it up. Like, just go.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's a Camry, so just drive the Camry as fast as you can drive it, and
And let
just
the Cup guys keep up.
And they'll be fine.
She's got.
and the Cup
You're
guys
going
will
42
the
miles
Cup
per
guys
hour.
will be back there like you spilled my macchiato, like just driving like they'll be fine. All right, let's move on to some things that happened throughout the week. So our group got really excited because there was an announcement coming with Junior, and Hendrick Motorsports. That was really exciting. Everyone was thinking, "Is this the return of Junior
At the
to Cup? He's going to be at the All-Star race. He's going to race a Hendrick car. He's coming back." No.
That was a friggin' letdown, bro.
No.
I was
Chase
so
Elliott is going to run one of his paint schemes.
It doesn't even look good.
Okay, there's a video where they show the 2 cars side by side. Looks good.
I
Really?
thought it looked
I
I thought it looked pretty good.
The artist rendering or whatever they did for the announcement, terrible. Colors
Yeah.
don't match, but the actual car in itself looks good.
I think it's the only way he was going to get voted in as most popular driver.
You think? I think he's
think
getting
so.
voted anyway.
You
Oh
think
my
so?
gosh.
No, I think they had to pull out all the stuff. Hey, listen, we're gonna give you a junior paint scheme. You're gonna have the skull glove.
Who's they? Who's giving it to him?
The fans, right? Don't you vote for it?
Yeah, but who's trying to get the most popular for him?
Probably Rick Hendrick.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Bowman's gonna give him a real run for his money.
Probably.
Did I miss something?
Stupid.
Probably.
No, I think
I mean,
what got me was the freaking gloves, bro.
dude,
Yeah.
right?
If it wasn't the gloves, but the gloves, bro, that's dirty. I think Hendrick knew what they were doing.
Of
I'm a
course
little-
they
I'm
knew
a
what they
little-
were
I'm a
doing.
little offended by that, bro.
I think Chad Knaus was. This has Chad Knaus written all over it.
bro.
Like,
It was probably Junior in the video.
probably. It's like, oh man, I can't get these things to fit anymore. Like,
I really thought with them repaving North Wilkesboro and how much Dale Jr. put into that to get it to come back,
He'd run it.
I really thought he might. And maybe NASCAR would allow an exception for Hendrick to run a 5th car. Like, man, I'm like, man, this might actually happen. But apparently not.
I feel like there'd be a lot of like
Trash.
teams that would be upset about that.
The good news is, though, Junior will be racing this year at Bristol
Yeah.
in,
Yeah,
in
that'd be
September.
Yeah, for
We should go.
for Xfinity, right?
You with these ideas.
That's how all the things happen.
I'm
Trying to
tired-
set it.
tired of
Honestly,
listening to
that
you.
isn't that how this podcast started? Was Jake was like, "Hey, we should start a podcast."
No, it wasn't my idea.
That's true.
That was all the wives saying all we do is sit around for an hour and talk about the race. We might as well
After
do it
the
on the
race,
camera.
might as
That's
well do
true.
it.
That is
Facts.
true. That is true. So Dale Jr. is going to be running Bristol. The other thing that happened was on the Dale Jr. download. Obviously, Chase was on. They're talking about the car and everything. But I don't know about y'all, but I got the feeling like Chase wants nothing. He does not want to be in the spotlight at all. Does not want to be the most popular driver. He said he doesn't want to be a part of the Netflix show. Hasn't even seen it.
Yeah, that's kind of
That's
crazy.
a big. If I'm NASCAR, I'm like, bro, you can't say that. Like
He's such an interesting personality in the way that he does not want to be in the limelight, but he loves being out there racing. You
Yeah.
could tell that from the podcast. Like he genuinely enjoys the
yeah.
competition and how hard it was to miss the seat and how he got sick to his stomach just thinking he's gonna have to call and say he's not gonna be able to make it. You know, like that whole, like you can tell the guy loves racing, but he does not at all enjoy the limelight at all. Zero.
So weird.
It kind of, honestly, it kind of reminds me of Dale Jr. back in the day. That's how Dale Jr. used to be.
Yeah.
Especially after Dale Sr. died. I mean, he was a very closed off person. Like all his group and all that, big parties, all this stuff, but he did not come into the limelight till the latter of his career. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought for someone who is the most popular driver, has been the most popular driver in NASCAR, I just thought it wasn't a good look. And I'm like, listen, we need to get somebody in here. Like, I mean, you got Ryan Blaney, you've got Ross Chastain and Kyle Larson, I think, are almost always the ones that are right behind Chase.
Yeah.
Any one of them, at this point, I'm like, please, can someone else please win this award? Because at least we know Chastain has personality. We know Blaney does. Larson is a little bit more calm, but again, still has personality and obviously an incredible race car driver. So, like, can we like just
Switch
kick
it
Chase out of the voting pool? Like,
Ross
take his
should
name
win.
out. It should be Ross.
I'll vote for Ross.
I'm really surprised it's not Ross yet. But
I heard he was pretty high up.
he should be.
Problem is he keeps wrecking everybody's favorite drivers. You got to get out there and wreck the Rick Ware cars, and everybody be like, yeah.
Joey Logano, Denny
yeah,
Hamlin.
yeah.
Well, if you think about it, that's when Ross got popular. He started wrecking Hamlin.
Yeah.
So
He needs to get another another good fight.
Yeah.
why not go find Gregson? Him and Noah, or him and Chastain.
No, I ain't going to mess with him.
Not after that hit.
That ship has sailed.
After that hit, he's like, nope. I'm good. I've done my part.
I tell you what, nobody comes up to Austin Hill talking smack, bro.
Nope.
After, who did he hit that one time?
Oh,
Looked like he about killed that guy, bro.
he was in Bristol.
I thought he was going to take out Creed for a while.
Oh.
And at the end of last year, I was like, Creed's done.
You imagine Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill getting a fight. It's like Homer Simpson choking Bart.
Oh, God.
No, like, you know what's funny
Come
though?
here, boy.
As I thought Austin Hill, after getting wrecked with this week's race, I thought he was going to say something to SVG, but then I'm like thinking about it. I'm
SVG's
like,
pretty big.
SVG's a big dude. He's
a tall
probably
guy.
he's probably the only guy that's bigger than Austin Hill in the entire league. So I'm like, he's probably like, no, I don't know what happened, man. Like, I thought we were good.
I do think it's funny. Every time SVG finishes a race, gets out, he's just happy.
He's the happiest person
like,
ever.
It was great. Everything's great. It's like, you just got wrecked for the lead. It's fine. Everything's great.
You can tell he's having a good time.
See you next week.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I love about him. All right, so let's move on to our question of the week. So this is a part of the show where if you have a question that you want us to answer on the show, you can send it to us on X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. Even on the videos here, you can do that as well. So if you have something and we like it, we'll add it to the show. So Jake, what is our Kuzman and Friends question of the week?
All right, this comes from Booga, I believe on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, not sure. So his question, 2 questions. He said, what do you guys think is the best place to run the Clash next year, Daytona? Next.
It's like
Not Bowman Gray. That's the other news. NASCAR's taking over Bowman
I
Gray.
did hear that one.
They
yeah.
said nothing's going to change. It's all going to be the same, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
just
We'll see
want
what
the
happens.
Just want
I
the
got a
money.
feeling the Clash is heading to Bowman Gray.
Good. Mhm.
No, but it's
yeah.
too cold that part of the year. Maybe not. Might not
Track
work.
drivers.
You know where it's not that cold?
Daytona.
Daytona.
I think Pocono's pretty good that time of year.
Wrong.
Put some tracks
Wrong.
on it for the snow.
Put on snow tires. We're gonna
That's
make this a
fine.
rally race.
That actually would be wild, wouldn't it?
Oh my god.
Good luck. Everyone's sitting in the
That
stands
would be
all bundled
Good
Nut.
luck, everybody else.
It's a blizzard. None of the drivers can see their spotters.
Okay, so for real, let's
Matt was being for real.
I know he was.
I was. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, finish.
Yeah, Pocono.
Oh, okay.
No, there's not a lot of options.
You don't have many options. It
Yeah,
has
you
to be a
don't.
NASCAR owned track, so that
Yeah.
takes Pocono out. So it has to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what Daytona, a stadium somewhere. Homestead would be on the list. Phoenix would be on the list.
Homestead would be an interesting one.
I'm just saying, but that would not be great. I mean, but your options are super limited.
Are we assuming that just for this? I'm sure it doesn't say in there, but like, are we saying same format or like?
Well, it's similar. The Clash has always kind of been kind of similar. So
Okay.
Hopefully not Dodger Stadium. God dang.
That's so weird.
That was
That is a left field pick.
left field because it's a base. Never mind.
Is it baseball?
That's a baseball field.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't watch baseball.
Uncultured.
I don't even watch.
Where?
it either.
So where? Pocono, Daytona. Where are you going?
Oh, between those two?
No. Pick a spot.
Oh.
Yes, anywhere between those two, Pennsylvania and Florida. Take a choice.
We're gonna go and do it. The DC mall area. We're gonna go out around the
gosh.
pool.
Yeah,
the
there you
reflecting pool. No, I mean Daytona.
I don't know.
I mean, like, I know that's such a cheap answer because it's like, oh, it's the easy one.
I'm gonna
but
throw
I mean,
it out
like,
there. Talladega.
Hey.
Hey, see, a little different.
I mean, it is a little different.
A little different.
Little different. So we'll go run the Clash at Talladega, drive to Daytona, race there, and then we'll go to Atlanta.
Gosh, how many wrecked cars would you have at the beginning of the year?
Jeez Louise. Just run all Gen 6 stuff.
Get rid
Might
of
as well.
recycle all the parts.
Jeez.
Don't even change the old sponsor.
The second question is, other than Homestead, is there another place you'd like to see the title race it win? He says if Phoenix loses it, when they lose it. So the big rumor is now it's come out that Phoenix or Homestead is getting the championship again.
They might get it back
next year.
Ooh.
My pick is easy, no question. Get rid of the Roval and make
Charlotte.
that the finish, the finale. You're
Charlotte-
at home.
the
It's
Charlotte
everything.
Oval.
It's a home race. It's a nice way to
It's
end
funny.
it.
That was what I was gonna say, but I'll try.
It'd
I
be a
was
little
actually gonna
cold,
say
but
it
I think
too.
it would be phenomenal.
I was gonna say it too.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, man. Like, I mean, like,
Texas
Nashville.
street course
No, super
over
speedway.
the bridge. Super speedway.
Super duper speedway.
you know what? Matt. I think Pocono might be good.
Oh, hey. Now you're talking about.
No, I think Charlotte. Honestly, I think we're all. I mean, I hate to be all on the same page, but I mean, I think we're all kind of in agreement. Charlotte would be the other than Homestead. I think Homestead's a really good track for that. But other than Homestead, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a.
I am too. I'm like sitting here, like, kind of drawing blanks.
Okay. Oh man. I mean,
COTA.
Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta would be insane.
Okay.
That's your last race, Atlanta. Have
Holy
fun.
crap.
Oh.
I would be totally fine with them doing a 3-race series and ending at Atlanta.
That'd be wild.
That would be incredible.
That would
A
be.
3 series for the championship.
A super speedway, a short track, and a intermediate.
Oh, yeah, bro.
That way you got a little bit of everything.
Hey, start with the intermediate, go to
Martinsville or something.
Martinsville,
Yep.
and then finish at Atlanta. That'd be fire.
So
bro.
what intermediate?
No, here you go. Final round is Daytona, Talladega, and Atlanta.
Oh God.
Let's
Listen,
be as toxic as possible.
If you have any cars left, you won't after this last run.
We end the year like we started. Chaos.
Lindsay
No.
says Daytona so we can always go. Like we don't go to enough races already.
Yeah.
I just
mean-
convinced her that we're going to Talladega.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got the kids on board with it.
I don't think that was hard.
Like that was hard.
Nah, it was easy.
Want to go see race cars? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell mommy.
Listen, we're gonna go see race cars.
So I might be calling in April 21st.
Perfect. That's not recorded or anything, and gonna come back to get you. So all
Fred,
right.
don't
So
listen. Fred, don't listen.
do we have any other questions?
Oh yeah, Fred, I'm going.
Do we have any other questions, Jake?
No, I think that's it.
That was
Lindsay, do we have anything else?
Nothing
That's
else.
it.
All right.
If you guys have one in the chat, if you want to drop it real quick, we'll try to hit it before the end.
Yep. So if while you guys are doing that, if there is any, so this has been our Kuzman and Friends question of the week. Like I said, you can always submit it on the show live, or you can send it to us on any of our
What's
social
this guy's
channels.
name? His name was Booga.
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 Booga is a friend of mine.
Yeah, that was interesting. I was like, what is that? I Googled it. I found a lot of different results.
We don't
Pretty
recommend
wide
it. We don't
variety from
recommend it.
knitted sweaters to other things.
Yeah. Oh no, don't recommend. All right, so I don't see anybody sending anything else in, so let's move on. If something comes in, we'll jump back. But let's move on to looking at next week. We're going to Richmond.
Yay.
You know, Richmond was one of those I'm not looking forward to, but man, after Bristol, there is a little hope. A little.
I'm gonna look at weather right now for Richmond.
Hoping
next week.
it's cold. And
Yeah, I hope it's really cold. Sorry if you're going.
Did they say they're going to run the same tire?
I'm pretty sure.
'Cause
it's
I haven't
very
heard
similar.
anything about tire changing for
I,
Bristol or
I
anything.
think everyone's afraid to touch it.
Yeah.
Everyone's afraid to say something about it.
High of 70 that day, trending to the evening to be around 60 degrees. Should be very,
could
very
be
similar
fun.
conditions to Bristol. Super similar.
That could be fun.
Bring the
That-
same tire.
Yes.
Please. Oh, it's at night too.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That'd be great. Only make it 30, 40 laps on tires at Richmond. Might actually become good again. Especially because it's so hard. Like when you have like old tires, like
Isn't
back
that
in
the
the
one
day.
you get the lobster from Richmond?
No, that's New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
Oh, sorry.
Good try.
Oh
New
my
Hampshire,
gosh.
that'd be a
No,
great
Lindsay.
championship race. Get a lobster to end
Lindsay
the
says
year.
Jake is looking up weather because he might plan a secret trip up on
We are
Tuesday.
not going. I will not drive to Richmond. If that racetrack gets good and doesn't suck, I might consider it.
Golly.
That's still a long drive.
Bro, it sucks. It's not good. Not
It
to
might
just
be good.
not to just totally bash you like you shouldn't watch. I mean, but golly.
But you shouldn't watch.
Well, you know what used to make it great? It used to put sealer down
Yeah.
on the racetrack, and so they would put the sealer down. And that's where the grip was. So as the grip was wearing out, that's where you would chase the sealer. So the line would change, and some guys would still work better on the bottom.
Yeah.
It was a very dynamic race, but they quit putting sealer down probably because they're too cheap. I mean, can't even stop fans from climbing on the freaking fence.
Ryan,
I
we
mean,
believe
God.
that they are running the same tire. We're not 100% sure, but we believe they are.
Let's just say yes.
I hope so.
Let's hope so. If they are, I'm actually super
Jake,
excited.
I think you need to make a call. Call NASCAR real quick. Let him know.
I might be able to text Mario and ask him.
Hey, you gonna run the same time? Oh yeah, Mario might be able to.
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
would know.
We'll find out, but we won't know yet. Here.
Yeah, we'll find out after the race.
Then we'll
I'd
know.
say pay attention to Twitter, but I probably won't post it.
No, probably not. All right. So you guys have anything you want to say before we wrap everything up? That's pretty much all on my notes.
Nope, COTA's done. See it again next year. That's about it.
I'm going to be honest. It was a little bit of a letdown.
It was.
When they hype up the insanity of turn one, and I
And
mean,
neuter
Then
it.
there is no
And
insanity.
neuter it.
I love. Okay, off topic since we're done talking about racing, but
Oh.
still racing.
I mean,
The,
our
uh,
whole show's about racing.
It was really funny. So Kuzman posted in our fantasy league his picks.
Oh yeah.
And Matt literally posted a little trash can symbol, and all of Kuzman's picks finished top 10 and
Yep.
smoked everybody.
Don't
Good
worry,
job,
I'm
Kuz.
coming back.
Good job. Good
You
picks.
got to quit picking Brad, bro.
I didn't pick him this week. I listen. I've learned my lesson picking Brad at a road course. It doesn't work.
No. That was
Honestly, I think I was gonna have a really good day until McDowell decided to
What?
destroy his steering.
his power steering. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
I mean, I can't believe he finished the race.
bro.
That's a lot of turns to not have power steering.
And some
Yeah,
of
it's
them are
crazy,
tight
dude.
turns. Some of those are like what, like
I'm shocked he
150 degrees,
Yeah, because he got I think he got like second or third in a stage.
something like that. I didn't.
It really big bummer for them
Yeah.
for that not to work out. That was a letdown.
Yeah, because you know they were counting on this to be a good finish.
Oh yeah,
for him.
road course for sure. But it is what it is.
I'm trying to find him. I don't see where he is. And
Who
They
said
have-
it best?
they-
Someone said they buy all their parts from Walmart.
Kyle Busch. That sounds like a Kyle Busch comment.
It was either Kyle Busch or no, wait, was it Truex? They were getting real mad about it. No, Kevin Harvick did.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He might have too.
he said it like 2 years
It's
ago.
all the
He's like,
old
we
guys.
we buy all these parts from Walmart, so
Jeez.
maybe McDowell went to like Family Dollar or something. I don't know.
No.
Found it at a Love's truck stop.
So I'm looking now. They have not posted anything about the tires, but I'll keep an eye on it, and when they do, I'll share on Twitter.
All right, cool.
Let
Yeah.
everybody know.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up then. It's been a fun time with y'all
Yes, sir.
as always. But hold on, I gotta get the music going. Talk. I'm
Oh,
just
sorry.
kidding.
I was like, I don't hear the music, DJ.
No, I have to. I'm trying to fade it in and be as like least awkward as possible.
No,
It's
that
not
works.
working.
There it is.
Yeah, we got it now.
Happy
So-
Palm Sunday to everybody.
Yep, absolutely.
Hope you enjoy your Easter weekend next weekend with your families and everything.
Yep. So we'll see you guys. Are we gonna go after the race and still do the podcast? Is that still the
Yeah.
plan? It's gonna be a late
Monday gonna suck.
night. It's all right. We got plenty of chocolate to eat. We'll be fine.
I got plenty of watermelon too.
Ooh, Matt wants some.
No.
And on that note, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
See you guys.
On his pocket.